Hello, YouTube. I apologize for the silly getup I got going on. You know, the backwards hat and the sunglasses, I just look ridiculous. But have to bear with me. My hair's in my face, it's the only hat I could find. And I look like garbage underneath these sunglasses, so grin and bear. Let me move this up a bit. So, I decided, aside from the, initial videos I made, the introductions, I thought it would be best if I start off with something that women have a lot of trouble with. A lot of people have questions about this, and they just don't know what to do, and that is how to get a guy that you want to like you. It is by far the most frustrating thing ever, and it really puts a damper on your self-confidence a lot of times. And it really shouldn't, because self-confidence is very much a huge thing when it comes to attraction, and I'll explain that a little bit later. When it comes to trying to get a guy to like you, you have to find that happy medium. You don't want to be totally manipulative, you know. And you know, there's a fine line between being manipulative and trying and hoping or whatever. And the fine line is where you step out of your own skin. You have to be yourself. I know you've heard this 1.5 million times, but you really do. You have to be yourself. Otherwise, you're just not going to go anywhere in the relationship. It's just not going to happen. A lot of times, women, when they like somebody, they will change who they are to appeal. Just, like, say that the guy likes soccer, and you hate soccer. All of a sudden, you fucking love soccer. Or say that you, I don't know, say that he really appreciates girly girls and you're not a girly girl, all of a sudden you dress like one. I mean, it's just doom. You're destined for doom if you ever get in a relationship with that person. What happens is, say that you ever get in a relationship with a guy, then what's going to happen is your true colors eventually start to show. This happens in every single relationship. Every relationship. I don't care who you are. I don't care how much you like the guy or how much you're willing to change yourself for the guy. You will always show your true colors eventually, because it's just human nature. You can't just pretend to be somebody else for the rest of your life. It's not healthy, and it doesn't happen. You naturally will start to show who you are. And when you do, the guy's gonna just kind of shrug his shoulders like, oh, I didn't know this. I thought you liked soccer. Okay. This kind of sucks. This is kind of what's, blah, 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 blah. And it's just, yeah, I have been there before, and it always happens. So don't rely on trying to be somebody else. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. What you have to do is really show off the best parts of you. And by best parts, I mean talents, humor, self-confidence, not arrogance. I mean self-confidence. Be yourself. Be yourself and show that you're not afraid to be yourself. Really put it out there, but don't come off as ignorant. Don't come off like you want to show off to the world that, you could do this, you could do that. For instance, say that you're great at poetry, wonderful at poetry, and the guy doesn't even know it, and you're thinking, gosh, I hope he would be interested in this. Don't just say, hey, look at my poetry, look at what I write, I'm great, I'm this and that, on Facebook, because that just doesn't look good. Nobody cares what it says if you outwardly just say that. Put it on Facebook. Say, if you want to be discreet, put it as a note. And it'll be, put it as a note, and people are going to assume that you just wanted to kind of keep it around as reference, or maybe you just wanted to keep it in your page. And it will always, it'll be on top of your posts. So if the guy wants to, he'll look at it, but don't ask him to. Don't ask him to, don't. And if he reads it and he's really interested, I'm sure that he's going to actually say something to you. Something like, oh, I didn't know that you did poetry so well. Where did you learn? And he'd be curious, maybe, where you learned such great writing skills, and maybe he'll wonder if, you do lyrics and this and that. Maybe you could help him out. Hold on a second. Alright. Had to plug in, my computer was dying. So yeah, like I said, first and foremost, be yourself, and don't be afraid to show yourself. And it will feel so much better, not to mention, if the guy's interested in something you really, truly do, and are good at. I mean, that's such a self-confidence boost, it's unreal. And I'm not saying that if you don't have a talent, I'm not saying that if you don't have a talent, or you haven't found one yet, that you're doomed to fail this. I'm just saying, it's not a bad thing to have. I mean, everybody's good at something. So, anyway, next phase, try and really display your humorous side. Guys love funny chicks. I mean, love funny chicks. And I'm yet to meet a girl that is not funny in some way, shape, or form, unless she's, like, super depressed, but, I'm just saying, try and really show that you are a happy person, that you go out and do things, that you go to Italy every once in a while, post pictures and stuff, make it look like your life is really fun. Make it inviting looking, like, if a guy that you like sees that you've been to Italy, and he sees that you make crazy videos, and, I don't know, sees that you're a terrible dancer, he might just want to be a part of your life because you make him smile, like, you make him laugh, and he doesn't have that. Guys really do dig that stuff. And it's really good to not hide it. Even if it's silly and embarrassing, Guys like that. Okay, so, what was I gonna say? Self-confidence. You have to have self-confidence. And this goes with everything that I've already said. You have to put self-confidence in there to the point where you don't need him, don't agree with everything that he says, even though you like him. And I know girls like to do that a lot. They'll be typing to the guy, and they'll be like, yeah, I agree with you completely, but you really don't, you're just saying that you do. And when guys read that, they're not stupid, they know that you're just agreeing with them. And if you, have your own opinions, then they might value it, Guys don't want a girl that's just too compatible, agrees too much with them. I mean, they want some input, they want some opinions, So have opinions, have self-confidence. If the guy makes you feel like shit for something he said, make sure you know. It's like, dude, that's not cool. Don't just let it ride and then cry about it later to yourself and never tell him about it. That's not cool either. You have to love yourself before you love anybody else. Or same difference. So yeah. I wanted to keep this as short as possible, but I wanted to get as much in as I possibly could. If you have any more questions about anything, and I guess in particular for this video, if you have any questions about how else to get a guy to like you, maybe you have a specific situation that I haven't covered, or a problem and you would like some advice there, I'll help you out. So yeah, I wanted to keep this as short and sweet as I possibly could. 10 minutes seems to be as short as I can make it. That's pretty long. But yeah, I hope that I helped you out in some way, shape, or form. Please take my advice. I'm not lying, I'm not bullshitting you. It's the honest to goodness truth. So yeah. I will see you later.